What is going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be installing and reviewing a set of all-weather mats for my 2019 Ram 1500 new body style crew cab. These were sent to me to review by Ecarzo. I will post a product link down in the video description where you can get these. They're constructed out of an eco-friendly rubber-injected TPE material. They are waterproof all-weather mats, of course, and they are pretty luxurious looking. I actually think they're kind of aggressive, and I like that. You can see some nice deep grooves there, and the material itself isn't too sturdy. Some of them that you get, they're like real plasticky and they don't form at all. These have a nice amount of give to them, so they hold their shape, but they can still bend a little bit, you know, if they need to conform to anything. Currently, I believe they only make these for the crew cab, new body style. I don't believe they make them for the previous generation, and they don't have them for quad cabs yet, I don't believe. Maybe in the future. So before we go ahead and install these, you'll notice from packaging, and this happens a lot, pretty much any type of all-weather mat I've ever got that's been shipped to me in a box, you know, you got to do a little bit of forming because packaging, they just get bent up. So you can see here this lip is kind of flattened a little bit. You're going to want to just do one of them because it's supposed to be raised. Once it's in the truck, it'll hold its form a little better. And what you can do to combat that is, you see there's a bend here. I could flip this over and bend it the opposite direction, or you can get it into place and you can use like a hair dryer or a heat gun and just very carefully, you obviously don't want to get them too hot and melt them, but you could just heat them a little bit and form them that way. I've never had to do that. Usually just bending them the opposite direction works, but we're gonna go ahead and throw them in and see how they fit. So we will start with the front driver side one. That's gonna be the one where it kind of comes back on the left lower corner right here. It'll only fit one side, so you'll know right away if you got the wrong one. And right here where these two circles are, that's going to be where there's clips on the bottom to hook onto our factory anchors. So we're just going to get it into position here. Now, depending on how close you sit to the steering wheel, moving the seat back here may help you out a little bit. I sit far enough back where I did not need to do that. Just carefully slide it under the gas and brake pedals, and then bring it back to this position, and you're just going to push down until it clicks into place. And same with this one. There we go. Now we'll take the passenger front one, which is actually the smallest one overall, and on the bottom right corner it will have a little tab here. Again, you will know right away if you have this mixed up. And again, if you need to move the seat back, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, it'll just plop into place. And we'll do just like we did on the driver's side with lining up these anchors and snapping them down. All right, and now we are moving on to the rear floor mat, which is just one piece. For ease of installation, I recommend lifting the seats up just to get you a little bit more room. That way you're not trying to fight the seats. And the side with the notch cut out is going to face the front of the truck. So this is the back. Now, obviously, with any type of floor mat, if you have the in-floor ram bins, they are going to get covered up. However, the snaps are far enough in to where you can just flip this up and still access your ram bins if need be. Boom. So you see here it is buckled upwards a bit. That's where I'm saying you may need to kind of put pressure on it, bend it the opposite direction, or just gently heat it. But over time, they should naturally take shape.
Turn around, I feel the breeze over me.
All right, so let's see how effective these things are and give these an honest review. Starting with the driver's side one. Again, like I already talked about earlier, I do like the material that it's made out of. It's sturdy enough, but also a little bit pliable. Coming on the back side here in front of the seat, very, very good fitment. Very tiny gap here, but I mean, that's a 90-degree bend. You're not going to be able to make that so great. It's very good. Coming over here, small gap on the left side, nothing major. Honestly, my biggest gripe with the front driver's side mat is that it ends so quickly by the pedals. Now, if you think about it, your foot's right here, so anything on your foot that's going to drip down should run down the pedal anyways. And I'm fairly certain the reason they did this is because the factory Ram all-weather mats had a problem, especially with the adjustable pedals, where the floor mat inhibited the pedal travel, and people were having issues with like brake pedals getting stuck and stuff. So I'm sure that's why they did that. Like I said, I would like to see a little bit more coverage, but I understand why they did not do that. In terms of protection, you can see these nice deep channels. Anything that drips down, mud, water, you know, snow, whatever, is going to get kind of collected down in these voids, and it is fully enclosed. It will not drip out, you know, to a certain point. Obviously, if you poured a gallon of water on here, it wouldn't be able to hold a whole gallon, but pretty deep treads and grooves. It'll hold quite a bit of liquid. Passenger side, same thing, fully sealed, will contain everything. Coming along the back here, hugs the seat really well again. A little bit of the shipping issue, like I was saying, where this got kind of folded, so it does pull away from the carpet a bit, but over time it'll probably relax or could heat it up and push against there, so not the biggest issue there. Pretty good fitment around here as well. Again, my only gripe with the front passenger one is I would like to see it come up a little higher, but I mean, we're splitting hairs here. Like, this is where the firewall starts, so it could only go up another 2 inches maybe. And you know, realistically, and this is where your feet are going to be, I can still stretch them way up here and be fine. And now for the back mat, again, fully enclosed setup. It's going to contain liquids, pretty good fitment. Again, this is all from shipping. It just needs to relax a little bit. So if you actually push down how it's supposed to lay, pretty good seal here. Little gap, nothing major. Around the little hump there for the center console, that's a nice tight fit as well. And then back here, again, it's gonna relax over time and it should hug a little bit better, but it's not really a problem. I'll probably put something heavy like a book or something on these, or fold them the opposite direction, get them to relax a little bit. And then this is what it's like with the seat down. You might notice that these don't come all the way back here, and that's because on some of these Rams with the crew cabs, there's underseat storage, so that these would not work if they came all the way back here. So this way, they can use it on either truck with the storage or without. It's not really a big issue since you're not usually putting a lot of stuff back here. Anyway, the main objective here is just to contain any sort of spillage. And here's the fitment over on the passenger side. Again, nice and tight fitment here. And once this relaxes a little bit, it'll be good there as well. And that pretty much does it for the install. I think for the price, they're a pretty good value. Like I said, the only gripes that I have with them are pretty small ones, and I am a very picky OCD person, so I may be a little hard on them. But yeah, I think for the price, they're a pretty good deal, and they seem to be pretty good quality. If this video helped you out, guys, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Check me out on all the socials. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.